We're here, Tione Zambia, your favorite show that gives you the best of Zambia, wildlife, best destination, and not forgetting arts and crafts. And today we're here at Mukambi Safari, which is situated in Kafue National Park, Central Province area, and is known for its tropical climates as well as great winters. This place will give you everything you need to know about game viewing, fishing, as well lodging, and not forgetting game drives, which I really love. So welcome to Tione Zambia. Welcome back to Tione Zambia, and yes, we're still here at Mukambi Safari. Right now I have one of the best people that I've met today, Mr. Victor, who is actually an activity manager here, and he's going to tell us more about Mukambi Safari. So Mr. Victor, how are you?
Very fine, and yourself?
I'm good. I'm happy being here. This place is beautiful.
Thank you. I think we've put in a lot of pressure to make it where it is.
Yes, it's very, very, very nice. Yeah. The breeze, everything. And right now we're just here at Kafue River, which is beautiful as well.
Yeah.
So tell us more.
Yeah, this is the Greater Kafue River and Greater Kafue National Park. Kafue National Park was named after the Kafue River, which flows from the Copper Belt bordering Congo, and it enters the Zambezi on the lower Kariba. It's a greater park, it's a greater river which supports a lot of, in particular, a lot of wildlife within the Kafue National Park and its surrounding game management areas. In the actual way it supports the wildlife, a lot of animals come to drink on the main river. Okay. In the rainy season, certain species of animals will still drink out in the bush where there are puddles of water or pools of water, big pools of water. Also, in the other aspect, within the game management area, we've got also people that rely on the Kafue River. Yes. And these are fishermen. But fishing is only done when there's no fish ban, between January and March. So these people would rely on the river, drawing their water and they go and do their fishing only in allowed areas within the confinement of the game management area. Okay. Yeah. So what does this place offer? Tell us more about it, because I know you offer a lot of stuff. Strictly speaking, it's one of the biggest lodges we have in the Kafue National Park. It's situated in the game management area. One of the management areas surrounding the park. Mukambi name was derived from an animal called waterbuck. A waterbuck? Waterbuck. Waterbuck is a unique animal you will find in Kafue National Park. The whole entire of Southern Africa, the Fasa waterbuck, the species we have in Kafue, is only found in Kafue National Park, the whole lot of Southern Africa. Oh. Other national parks and other countries above, they've got the common waterbuck, which we don't also have here. So we take you out on a game drive here as our guest. We get to show you certain species that are unique, like a waterbuck I've mentioned, a Defasa waterbuck. Okay, just going back to what Mukambi actually means. What does it? What does the word mean? Like you said, waterbuck. So I'm trying to get the connection. Waterbuck is a term for the animal, which means in the local language it's called waterbuck or Mukambi. Oh, okay. In English it's waterbuck, but in local name it's called Mukambi. So it's from the Luvale and the Kaonde. They call waterbuck Mukambi. And when we were choosing to build a lodge, we chose this place. And the first time we came here, we found a lot of waterbuck on the side. So we came up,
Mukambi.
automatically we came up with the name. Okay, what name shall we give it? We found Waterbug, so let's name it Waterbug.
Oh, great. That's new for me.
Yeah.
I've learned something new.
Yeah, thank you. There's always, as I said earlier, there's always new things to learn.
To learn every day.
You can never know everything.
And what kind of activities do you offer here at Mukambi?
Actually,
Safari?
Mukambi is spread out on activities, things that we think will excite people when they come here, things that are on demand on the market for international, for residents, and for our fellow Zambians. We offer game drives.
Yes.
We offer boat cruises. We offer nature walks, or commonly known as walking safari.
Yes.
And we also offer fishing. By taking you out with the Mukambi qualified Mukambi safari guides. They give you a very unforgettable experience.
Okay. And how many rooms do you have at this beautiful
We've
place?
got 14 rooms at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah, 14 rooms plus the family villa.
I want you to tell me, do you ever have problems when it comes to security? Being that you're close to the biggest park, Kafiwe National Park.
Yes.
Do you ever have problems with the wildlife itself?
Yeah, we do have problems, but we've also learned to get away from these problems. We've also learned to advise people to get away from these problems. What does happen, every guest that checks in, even just a passersby, we sit down that person before moving around, before going to their rooms. We tell them safety measures. Please, as you walk around, you may see elephants grazing, baboons. Don't harass them. Draw back, give them reasonable, ample time and distance. They shall do whatever they will do within a few minutes, and they will move on.
Yes.
Animals like elephants, daytime, you've got impala, puku, and in the night, there's other animals that is mushrooms. They come out from the water, out of the water. We've got hippos, we've got lions, we've got leopard, and these things, because we have them come in a camp, we will try to orient the people. Walk on your own, but at daytime, but look around for these animals and draw back if possible. In the night, no one is allowed to walk on his own. We've got experienced people that are trained to escort people in the night back and forth. So just that, it calms people down. They know already before they start moving around from point A to point B what to do and how to respond to these problems that they may encounter when they are walking around.
Okay, but have you ever had a bad experience, especially with crocodiles? Because I'm one person who's scared of those things. Has any clients or whoever that you know has ever been attacked with kind of
not with the Mukambi? That's why I mentioned earlier, it's so important to orient the people as they arrive. We've not had any incident where somebody was injured, especially within camp or on our activities. One most important thing, if you've got the right qualified persons doing these activities, you are assured 100% safety.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for teaching me that.
You're more than welcome.
And then the last thing I also want to find, what safety measures have you taken against poachers? Because that's very important.
We are a safari lodge.
Yes.
And we are ambassadors in those angles.
Yes.
We are trying to protect animals here. We are photographing safaris. So around here there's no poaching, because poachers will go deep in areas where there's no existence of other people that they will suspect reporting to Department of National Parks. So when they see us, those poachers will immediately run away. So around Mukambi, around all these two operators, they won't be poaching, that I promise you. And at times we do encounter, when we go out on game drives, we may come across maybe a poacher. That poacher sees a vehicle, sees us, will run away. Immediately we report it to Department of National Parks, and they will react to the situation. But as it stands here with the Mukambi, as I said earlier, we are ambassadors, and we are orienting everyone we come across. Please do not do poaching. Yes. Can you conserve the animals to benefit the future generation?
Yes, so Mukambi, Safari, and Tione Zambia are definitely against poaching. So it's been great you watching us, and we'll be right back with more of Tione Zambia.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My name is Powell and I welcome you on board. Done game drive before?
Not really.
Not really?
Yes.
Okay, first time, okay. Basically the game drive takes about 3.5, 4 hours depending on what we see.
Okay.
Yes. While I'm driving, you're not supposed to stand. You may fall off the vehicle. You're not supposed to touch the branches. Some of the branches, they contain some itchy substances, or the grubs, or the thorns. Yes. When you come across a sighting, never should you go beyond the outline of the vehicle. When you're seated in a jeep like this, an animal cannot recognize you as an individual. They take you as one object. But if you come off the jeep, then you're advertising your presence. Yeah, whenever I want to go, as in checking the tire or marking your territory, you can always tell me, as in going to the loo. You can tell me, then I'll search for a safe place for you, then you can go. Yeah, once you spot something, in case I don't see it first, you can always give me a shout, then I'll stop, discuss on that particular thing. You're not supposed to talk on top of your voices, otherwise animals will shy away from us. Yeah, do you know how to use the radio?
Yes, I think I do.
Oh, you do? Okay, oh, that's great. Yeah. So also with me is the first aid box. Whenever you're not feeling okay, I have a first aid box with me. You can always tell me, then I'll be at your service. You have to take a lot of fluids as well to avoid dehydration. Yeah, so let's see what the bush will give. Huh? Enjoy the ride.
Thank you, and
Yeah.
we will. So, Paul, what are those?
Those are the pukus.
Okay, I saw a lot at the safari
Yes.
as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
They're quite a number you have.
Yeah, sure. We have lots of pukus. Pukus are a kind of antelope, medium-sized antelope, and they are semi-gregarious, which means that they move in medium-sized groups.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah. Normally, females are in a group with their offspring. Then the males, they tend to move alone. Then the young males, they form a bachelor group.
Reason?
Yes.
What's the reason behind that?
Mating in most cases, young males, when they are sexually matured, they're normally kicked out of the herd, then they form a bachelor group.
Oh, to let them grow on their own.
Yes, once they grow, then one of them will go back to fight the dominant male.
Oh.
Yes, though with the pukus, pukus normally defend a certain area known as a lake. A lake, yes. If there's enough food as well as water, then the females will come in the lake.
All right.
Yes. Yeah, so sexual dimorphism, the difference between a male and a female, the males, they carry the horns.
And the females don't?
They don't, yes. Yeah.
And I can see there's...
I can see a few males.
Males, yes.
Yes, so this signifies that this is a bachelor group.
A
It's
bachelor
a bachelor
group.
head, yes.
Trying to grow up
Yes.
to be men.
To be men, yes. Yeah, to be
Nice
men.
one.
Yeah.
All right, great to know. Mr. Paul, are you seeing the beauty in front of us right now? The elephants.
Elephants, yes.
These creatures are beautiful.
They're beautiful, yeah. One of the, that's the largest land animal. Yes, elephant. And when you look at them, they seem to be having mud on their bodies.
Yes.
They seem to be dirty, huh?
Meaning they had to cool down a little bit, right? They do that to cool down.
That's good, yeah.
Yes.
Elephants, they're one of the animals which like wallowing, as in plastering their bodies with mud. That's the cooling system, also killing ectoparasites on the body. Yes.
And they're huge.
Yeah, the massive, yeah, the big. Hence, they need a lot of vegetation to feed on. Huh? Yeah, they eat a lot. Fully grown elephant can feed on about 200 kgs a day.
Whoa.
Yes. Extravagant, they bring down more than they can eat.
Oh, okay. They
Yes.
bring it down.
Yeah, they bring down more than they can
You
eat.
okay.
Yes, by so doing, they play a very important role in the ecosystem.
Yes.
Yeah, they open up thickets to open savanna, whereby allowing other animals, which like open areas, to be feeding on those open areas.
Wow.
Yeah. So some of the seeds, they cannot grow without passing through the elephant stomach.
Serious?
Yes, so they do a lot of deforestation, as well as they do a lot of reforestation. Yeah.
They do quite a lot, huh?
Yeah, they do a lot. Yeah, they play an important role in the ecosystem. Though some of the people, they think that elephants are just too destructive, but they bring down a lot of trees, as well as they plant a lot. Yeah.
I'm going to ask you the same question I asked Mr. Victor earlier. Do you experience poaching?
Yes, now on a very small scale, I would say. Looking at the size of the park, Kafue is 22,480 square kilometers. Poaching cannot be really controlled. But looking at the elephants, if there was a lot of poaching in the park, elephants were going to like run away from us or charge us. But in this case, our elephants are calm. This signifies that poaching has been controlled to some extent. The guys in uniform, men and women in uniform, they're doing their job.
They're doing their job, and they should continue.
Yes, sure.
Yes. Great. What are those we're seeing?
Those are the crowned cranes.
All right.
Crowned cranes. As you can see, they seem to be having a crown.
A crown on their head.
On the head, yeah. Crowned cranes. That must be a male and a female.
How can you tell?
They don't have sexual dimorphism at all. You can hardly tell between a male and a female.
Okay.
Yes. Hence, most of the big birds which have got no sexual dimorphism, in most cases you see a male and a female moving together.
Moving together, okay.
Yes. By so doing, they are strengthening the bond.
Oh, it's like humans, eh? The more time spent together, the more...
Yes,
all right. It happens to animals as well.
Yeah, it happens. Yeah, then at times the male can like give mutual food to the female, so that the female can develop trust into the male.
Okay.
Yes. Once she develops trust, that's when she can mate with the male.
Nice.
Yes. Then in other birds which have got sexual dimorphism, in most cases the males, they have brighter colors compared to the females.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, then the females, they are attracted by the colors.
Bright colors.
Yes. Yeah.
All right, that's great to know.
Yeah.
But we're still moving in this beautiful van, still showing you what Mukambi Safari has to offer. Continue watching Tione Zambia. Welcome back to Tione Zambia, the only show that brings you the best of this country, Zambia. It gives you wildlife, adventure, and not forgetting arts and crafts. Yes, we're still here at Mukambi Safari. We did a tour yesterday and we're still touring this beautiful place. And I'm still with Mr. Powell. So Mr. Powell, tell me, what are we going to expect today?
Yeah, sure, the bush being unpredictable, we can see any animal found in the Kafue National Park.
Okay.
We may see the same animals we saw yesterday, we may see different animals.
Okay.
You know, here the animals are roaming free and the movements, they're not restricted at all.
Yes.
So we can see which animal found in the Kafue National Park, whichever animal found in the Kafue National Park, yes.
Do you know my praise is to see the lion?
The lions?
I love that thing.
Yeah.
But it's scary, but I still want to see it.
Yeah, lions are beautiful, yeah, though not very scary for as long as you remain in the jeep, just within the shape of the vehicle, then they're not scared at all, they're good. Respecting the animals according to animal zones, then you have no problems at all.
Okay.
Right, yes.
So we're still doing the tour with you today, right?
Yes, we're still doing the tour, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, fingers crossed, hope we'll see different animals today, sure. Yeah.
We will see different animals. All right, don't go anywhere. Continue watching Tione Zambia as we go on the tour with Mukambi Safari as well with Mr. Powell. Come with us. Mr. Powell, what are we seeing this morning?
That's the buffalo there.
Okay.
Yes.
Why is it alone?
That's a male. It's a male buffalo. When you look at its forehead, it has got massive horns. It has got the boss. That's how you can distinguish a male from a female. So that's a male. Yeah, fully grown males or the old males, they tend to move alone.
Okay, so the reason is?
It's owing to that they fight for the females, then the losers, the weaker males, they move alone or they can form a batch.
So meaning he was a loser?
Yes, he's a loser, definitely. Yeah.
But it's so beautiful.
Yes, it is. Yeah, one of the high-profile animal, the big five. It's one of the big five animal. Okay, but
we do get to see this like all the time in Mukambi. Do you see them all the time?
Yes, we normally see them. We see them a lot. But times we see them in big groups, maybe 1,000 of them, females with their offsprings.
All right.
Yes.
Don't go anywhere. We're still taking a tour. Tione Zambia. Mr. Powell, and right now I'm seeing a waterback, is it?
Yeah, that's a waterback, yes.
That's where the word Mukambi
yes,
came from.
Yes, that's the emblem for Mukambi. Yeah. So that's the Difasa waterback. We have 2 species of waterbacks in Zambia, of which one is endemic to Zambia, the Difasa waterback, which is Kafue endemic. The difference on the ramps is only that you cannot see the ramps, it's busy grazing.
Yes.
Yeah, with the Difasa waterback, it has got white patches on the ramps.
Oh, I can see them now.
Yes. Then the other one is the common waterback. It's got a white ring on the ramps encircling the dark patches.
Oh, it doesn't have those stripes like that?
No, this one has got like white patches on the ramps,
yes.
White. Then the other one, it has got a white
ring
encircling the dark patches. Yeah, it's more like having a toilet seat. Huh? The
oh.
other one, yeah.
Great.
Yeah, so this one also, you can see it has got no horns. Waterback is also one of the antelopes. Despite being big, only the males, they carry horns. Females, they don't carry horns at all.
And you said earlier that Mukambi is it Kaonde?
Yeah, that's Kaonde, yes.
Okay,
yeah,
so
yes.
It came from that.
Yes.
Okay,
yeah.
It's great to know.
Yeah.
We have more for you, viewers. Continue watching Tione Zambia. All right, we're still doing our tour at Mukambi Safari, and right now we're seeing one of my favorite colors, white and black, and that's an animal called a zebra. So tell us more, Mr. Powell.
Yeah, so these are the crochet zebras. Crochet, which is a subspecies of bushel. If you look at these zebras, they're only black and white. They lack the shadow stripe in between, so this is the subspecies of bushel,
okay.
The crochet. Yeah, when you look at them, They're always like well built. They look well built. This is owing to that zebras. They are non-selective herbivores. They can utilize the grass or the trees, the tree leaves, even when they're tough. Yeah, they have a fermenting chamber in the stomach.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, so what happens is whenever the female zebra is expecting, it normally separates herself from the head.
So it's usually alone.
Yes, so that whenever the baby is born, the first thing the baby does, it feeds on mom's dung so as to get the digesting enzymes.
Mom's poop, you mean?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
So as to get the enzymes to aid the baby with the digestion.
Like for how long?
Just a few days so that she can get the bacteria, the baby can get the bacteria, then that's it. Once they get the enzymes, then they start lactating, then that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You heard that information only on Tione Zambia, but continue watching more. Alright, we're still here at Mukambi Safari. And yesterday we were informed that there was a dead elephant. So this morning we're so lucky to have actually found it. And the sad part is that nothing like poaching was involved. It was death by natural causes, right?
Yeah, it was a natural death. Yeah. My colleague just told me that you saw it yesterday and the tusks are there, which signifies that it was not poaching. If I thought it was poaching, then the tusks were going to be taken away.
Yes.
Yeah.
But in cases like this, okay, how many cases do you get like animals dying, especially elephants? You know how people love elephants. How many deaths do you have, like in a month or in a week?
It's not really often. Once in a while we normally have such cases, but not so often.
Okay.
Yeah, normally nature taking its course, especially the males, they normally fight for dominance, or the females, then at times the fights are fatal.
Okay.
Yes.
We might have gotten wounded in the middle of the fight.
Yes, yeah, injured when they were fighting, then eventually it can die. Or just then when the fighting it gets wounded, then it dies just there.
All right. And I can see that the insides have been open. Can that be like the lions were here?
We didn't find any, yeah, but the opening there, it could be that lions were here because lions as well, they normally scavenge.
Yes.
Once they find a dead animal, then they can like feed on it.
Okay.
Yeah, but in this case, we've only like seen vultures on it. Yeah.
So it's nothing to do with poaching, natural causes, because we all know that Mukambi is actually against poaching as well as Tione Zambia. So continue watching as we still take you around. We continue with Mukambi Safari. This place has a lot to offer. Right now, we're about to do one of my favorite things to do. Soothing, relaxing, and that is boat cruise. And right now, I am with Mr. Powell, who's going to run me through the safety, because safety on water is everything. And don't forget, you're watching Tione Zambia, the only show that brings you the best destination, wildlife, as well as local arts and crafts. So, Mr. Powell, how are you?
Good, thanks, and you?
I'm great. Yeah. So you got to tell me, what are the do's and don'ts when it comes to boat cruise?
Yeah, first of all, good to have you on board.
Yes, thank you. I feel special.
Sure, thank you. Basically, the boat cruise takes about 2 hours, depending on what we see.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're going to go upstream. Yeah, so deceiving because the wind blows from east to west. The water seems to be going this way, and yet that's upstream and this is downstream.
Oh, okay.
Yes, sure. Yeah, so while we're sailing, you're not supposed to stand. You may fall off the boat, as well as don't touch the water. As you know that we have some crocodiles as well as hippos in the water. Yes, as you're putting on the life jacket, that's safety already. Yes. In case of anything, we hit into something, never should you move or jump into the water. Just remain into the boat and I'll tell you what to do.
Okay.
Yes. Then also just behind that, I have a fire extinguisher. In case of anything, there's a fire extinguisher there.
But why do you have a fire extinguisher when you're already on water?
This is safety. You just told me that I should tell you the do's and don'ts. Yeah.
So just to get the water and help ourselves.
This boat is engine propelled, as well as there's petrol there. In case of anything, yes, there can be some fire, but we never had such incidents. Yes. In case of that, there's a fire extinguisher there. Yes, of course. I also have a radio. Do you know how to use a radio?
Yes, I do.
Yes. The radio is also just there with me. Yes. So that's that. Then you have to like take a lot of water as it is hot now to avoid dehydration. Then you have to also put on a cap as this boat has got no roof on it.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. So you have to put on a cap as well. Yeah. On the safety, that's that.
That's it.
Yeah.
And what kind of animals we're going to see as we are doing our boat cruise?
Yeah, basically when you're doing a boat cruise, the animals which you see are the water animals, which is like 99% you can see a hippo in the water.
I can't
as
wait.
well as crocodiles. Then besides that, you can see any animal found in the Kafue National Park which come to drink time to time to the river. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I've forgotten to mention to you guys, we're doing this boat cruise on the Great Kafue River because Mukambi Safari is actually facing the Kafue River. So you do come with us, but don't go anywhere. Go and get a snack and come right back as we continue this boat cruise with you guys. Don't forget you're watching Tione Zambia. The power, we're right in the middle of the Kafue River.
Yeah.
What are we seeing right now? Can you tell us more about, I know you got history to give right now,
yeah.
so can you give us that history?
Okay, yeah, right on the Kafue River. Yeah, the Kafue starts on the northern parts of Zambia with the Democratic Republic of Congo. Yeah, where it starts from, it's just a swampy area with annual rainfall of 1,200 millimeters.
Okay.
Yes, from the source up to where it flows into, it's about 960 to 2,000 kilometers, depending on how you measure it. Yes, depending on how you measure it. And it's about 260 kilometers within the park or along the park.
Okay.
Yes, and it dominates all the things around it. Yes. It drains a basin of about 155 square kilometers. Yeah, then also it has got a rate flow of 320 cubic meters.
Oh.
Yes, then it also flows or rather discharge into the Zambezi about 10 cubic kilometers per year.
Whoa.
Yes, even when you're not like a hydrologist, that sounds like a lot of water. Huh?
Actually, you sound like a hydrologist.
Yeah, so besides that, we're going to go upstream. As I said earlier on, that's upstream, then this is downstream.
Okay.
Yeah, what we're facing now, the woodland, besides the river, this is the riparian forest or the river line.
At 12 o'clock, we're seeing our favorite. And the reason why I'm whispering, because we don't want to scare them. You don't whisper. I mean, you don't talk so loud, especially when animals are in front of you. So, Mr. Powell, give us some data about these beautiful hippos.
Yeah, so what we're seeing, it's a pod of hippos. Yes.
It's called a what?
A pod.
A pod
group
of
of hippos
hippos.
is called a pod, yeah.
Not group, guys. Not
Yeah,
group,
it's
jama
a
hippo.
pod.
A pod of hippos, okay?
Yeah. Normally females with their offspring, yeah, as in the young ones. Hippos normally spend much of their time during the day in water.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's exceptional when there's an overcast, they can even go outside the water. Yes.
But mostly at night, they are usually out.
Yeah, in the night, that's when they do most of the feeding. Yes.
All right.
Yeah, and just talking about the feeding, a hippo, fully grown male, weighs about 1,900, 2,000 kgs, but they only feed on about 15 to 40 kgs.
So they're naturally fat.
Yeah, why they don't eat a lot, it's because they spend much of their time in water and they use less energy.
Okay.
Yes.
So muntu akamboina munga chihipo nkusekerera chabe. All right, guys, you've heard it. All this is happening Mukambi Safari. So if you want to relax, game viewing, see all these amazing things that you are seeing with us, please do come through. And don't forget, you're watching your favorite show, Tione Zambia. Away from the animals, we're here to see Mr. Shawa, the Kafue Regional Overseer, to see what is going to tell us about Kafue National Park. So you guys, do come with me. Welcome back to Tione Zambia, and yes, today we have a special guest with us, the Kafue Regional Overseer, Mr. Shawa. Mr. Shawa, how are you?
I'm all right.
Welcome to Tione Zambia.
Thank you.
I'm just going to get right into it, sir.
Please.
Tell me more about Kafue National Park.
Okay.
Tell me the history.
Okay, to start with,
Yes.
let me welcome you to Kafue region.
Thank you.
Yes. Kafue region is one of the regions in the Department of National Parks and Wildlife. There are 8 regions under the Department of National Parks and Wildlife. Kafue region is one of them. So Kafue region comprises of 3 units. 1, Chunga Area Management Unit, 2, Ngoma Area Management Unit, and Blue Lagoon Area Management Unit.
Okay.
Chunga Area Management Unit and Ngoma Area Management Unit, the 2 comprise of Kafue National Park.
Okay.
In total, area coverage of the park is 22,840 square kilometers. Surrounding the Kafue National Park are 8 game management areas. So in total, the Kafue National Park, as well as the game management areas, it covers an area of about 68,000 square kilometers. This is the area called Kafue region.
All right, and I want to know what kind of species, if someone was to go there, what species can someone find?
Oh, there's
So
many different animal species.
Okay.
About 158 various animal species,
Okay.
including large antelopes, elephants, hippos, buffaloes, you can name
The
them.
list is endless.
We have other wildlife species like birds, about 515 bird species within the Kafue region.
Okay.
Fishes, amphibians, you can name them.
Okay.
It's a marvelous area.
And the other thing I want to find out, what security measures have you put in place to protect these animals so that our children are able to find them?
We have a number of officers responsible for protection. We call them wildlife police officers.
Okay.
These are officers employed from the community, employed by the department, with the responsibility of protecting these wildlife resources. We also have another set of officers that are responsible for protection, called the village scouts. These are employed by village scouts, CRBs, community resource boards. These are the people that employ the village scouts. They are also responsible for protection of wildlife in the game management area. So we are talking of 2 sets: wildlife police officers employed by the department and the community scouts employed by the community resource boards. The 2 are responsible for the protection of wildlife in these 2 areas, the park and the GMA.
Okay, that's great, because we want our kids to find these animals.
Yes.
And then the other thing, when it comes to poaching, Has the number increased or decreased since the last few years back?
If I can compare probably last year and this year, I think the trends are indicating a downwards indications.
Okay.
Yeah, I can cite the indicator species like elephants. I think this year compared to the
To the other year.
2 years,
Yes.
the numbers of elephants poached, reported poached, are slightly going down.
Okay, that
Yes,
is very good
because
to know.
elephant is a key indicator, so we use the elephant
The
as an
elephant
indicator.
to know.
Yes,
Okay, that's very good news because us Tione Zambia were totally against poaching.
exactly.
Yes. So the other thing, for the park, back to the park, any developments which are happening? Are you going to bring in more animals, different animals that Zambia doesn't have?
As for Kafue National Park,
Yes.
for now, I think we are not considering that. I think the number of species that we have are quite sufficient. But if an opportunity allows, we would definitely bring other species that are not there, like the rhinos.
The rhinos.
Yes.
And the giraffes. I didn't know you don't have giraffes. Do
We
you?
don't have giraffe, yes.
Yes.
So those, I think given an opportunity, we could allow to have those animals in the park.
Okay.
Yes, when you are in Kafue National Park, you are like in Eden. I think sometimes I feel very unhappy to see the number of local people coming to see animals compared to the foreigners,
people.
international people.
Yes.
The numbers, the local people, the numbers are too low. I don't know why. But I would encourage, let's compete with the outsiders.
Okay.
Let them come. They are very welcome. And even the operators during this low season, when it's raining, I think the rates are quite low,
Yes.
affordable for Zambians.
Okay.
So with such a facility, I think I would encourage Zambians to come and see animals. They shouldn't be hearing from
Other people.
outsiders.
Yes.
Outsiders have more information about our own resources. Why? So we would encourage the local people to come in and have a look at the animals and appreciate
What we have.
what we have, yes.
You heard that from Mr. Shao. You better come to Kafue National Park. And thank you very much for coming on our show.
Please.
Thank
I'm
you very,
humbled.
very much.
I'm humbled.
Yes.
Please, I hope you come again.
We'll definitely come again.
Definitely.
And yes,
You're most
viewers,
welcome.
continue watching Tione Zambia as we bring you the best of Zambia destination, not forgetting wildlife and also local arts and crafts. Mukambi has given me the best experience ever. And not forget that Mukambi is actually part of Kafue National Park. Whatever Kafue National Park has, Mukambi, you receive it when you come to Mukambi Safari. We had a great day from yesterday. We did the game drive. We did the boat cruise, and not forgetting the accommodation is actually amazing. You saw the tents and you saw the shallots, and not forgetting Kostiza Twondo Kudia. Let's not forget that their chefs are out of this world. These people can cook. That's why I think I'm looking this good. So if you want to know more about Mukambi and to know more about Kafue National Park, continue watching Tione Zambia as we're here to give you the best of Zambia destination wildlife as well as arts and crafts. So we'll see you again as we go off to our next destination. You're watching Tione Zambia.